Good morning, Rajesh. Eva from ITC Asia. We're very happy to have you with us today for an interview. Congratulations again on being the winner of the 2026 Digital Insurer Champion of the Year ITC Asia Awards in 2026. Before we dive into your questions, maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Eva. Thanks for the opportunity to have this conversation with ITC. And congratulations to you all as well for another successful conference. Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is I'm Rajeshnani Dasari, and I'm the MD CEO, Managing Director and CEO for Kshema General Insurance Company. We are primarily focused on crop and the rural insurance sector in India. I come primarily from technology background, and I have been in US for over a couple of decades. And we started this as an initiative about 6 years ago. And as we started making progress, I thought it would make more sense for me to take a bigger role and run this organization.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, congratulations for winning the award. So to start first, as you mentioned, you've been in the US for quite a few decades. So how has been your journey creating a digital first crop insurance ecosystem at Kshema for India after having spent more than 2 decades in the tech sector in the US?
Yeah, that's a great question, and this is one of those questions that people I run into more often than not these days, right? Why did I move from US to India, and more importantly, what does it look like from moving from a core technology sector to running a general insurance company, right? Has it been a big shift, right? But if you think about it, if you look at both the opportunities, the core challenge is the same, which is how can we use the technology to solve a core problem at scale, right?
Correct.
So at the end of the day, technology is nothing but an enabler, right? So if I take a look back at the two different roles that I have been playing earlier, I was more focused on optimizing digital experiences to customers. And in the current role, in addition to that, we are also at Kshema helping to protect the livelihoods of millions of farmers, right? So it is more of an extension to what I have been doing, right? And because what we are primarily focused at Kshema is to provide end-to-end digital solutions to farmers with two primary outcomes in mind. The first is the affordability and the transparency, right? Because if you see in India, majority of the farmers are small and medium size farmers for whom insurance is treated as luxury as of today versus as a necessity, right? So it's important for us to ensure that we provide a solution that is affordable and provide transparency so that we can win their trust and ensure that they believe that this is a product that they should be putting their trust or money into, right? So, with that in mind, what better way than to use the technology to gain that trust by providing this transparency, right? So, I mean, one of the key experiences for me in US has been to figure out how to build the digital platforms at scale. And what I'm learning here is to ensure we can make those platforms inclusive as well, right? And that's what has made this journey much more challenging and incredibly rewarding so far.
Now that's wonderful. And I think that almost takes us to the next question on what are Shema's plans to expand its insurance offering to serve more segments of rural India shaping up?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, over the last 3 years, I'm really proud to say that Kshema has established itself as the crop insurance company in India with farmers as its core, right? So now, looking at what the next chapter should look like, it is more about extending this protection that we are providing to farmer beyond crops and provide more comprehensive risk coverage for rural families, right? And in this process, provide all-round financial security and resilience, going much beyond their core livelihood of farming, right? With that in mind, we have started offering products in motor, health, property, and liability. Although these products, we just have introduced them in the current financial year or just about like in the last quarter, and they have been evolving. Our mission still remains the same, which is to ensure that we are delivering innovative, affordable, and accessible insurance solutions to our consumers, primarily rural India as on date, right? So our platform today primarily combines the geospatial and temporal analytics with real-time climate data to ensure that we are taking accounting for risk across both location and time.
Oh, wow.
This has enabled us to provide fair pricing, quicker settlements, more transparent underwriting process to the customer. So, which we have been able to do very well with crop insurance. And pretty much all of these are the core tenets for any kind of insurance product. And that is what is making it easier for us to expand into other lines of business, serving the same households that we have been able to service through our crop insurance products.
Now that's wonderful. And speaking of expansion, are you planning to bring your solution to other markets in the APAC region too? And do you think this part of the world require the same kind of tech-driven insurance solutions that you've created for India?
Yeah, that's a great question, right? The answer is absolutely yes, right? Because if you see the challenges that we are solving here are not unique to India. Essentially, we are looking at providing customized solutions to small and medium holder farmers, taking the changes in climate into consideration and ensuring that the specific needs are being addressed on a timely manner. If you look at most of the APAC and African markets, agriculture is predominantly dominated by smallholder farmers who more or less face a similar risk. Essentially, there is volatility that is being uh, introduced because of climate changes and unpredictable weather, and very limited access to affordable and transparent insurance, right? Because these are small and marginal holder farmers, majority of the times they are dependent on government programs to provide support, which does help in majority of the cases, but not in the timely manner in which the customer would want to reap the benefits from these programs, right? So when we have built this platform, technology platform, we ensure that this platform is highly adaptable so that it is not restricted to a
Mm.
specific domain, region, or a language, right? So the combination of artificial intelligence, the geospatial intelligence, like I was talking about earlier, leveraging satellite imagery, which pretty much more or less makes this solution location agnostic, and the climate analytics, pretty much everything that we are doing here can be tailored to the local crops, the weather patterns, and the regulatory environments in these other countries, right? Of course, each one of these markets has their own nuances, and the underlying data that need to drive these solutions is going to be different. But the core technology itself is not going to be any
All right.
different, and the need for insurance is equally great across all these markets, right? So, by all means, we are looking at expanding beyond India and making sure whatever we are building here, we are able to leverage and make it useful across the other regions as well, right? With that said, our immediate priority is going to be in India
Mm.
because India itself is a large and diverse market with tremendous opportunity to ensure that we are able to generate as maximum impact that our products can, right? But as we continue to strengthen our platform and demonstrate its scalability in India, we are definitely looking at opportunities to partner with insurers and ecosystems across the regions where this technology and the operating model can provide the financial resilience for the rural and the farming communities, right? And the platforms like ITC Asia is one of these places where we get this visibility and ensure that we are able to present this to the rest of the world so that they can start looking at this as a potential solution. So for us, it is not about just building an insurance company, but we would want to build a technology platform that can transform the rural insurance wherever the location might be and whatever the challenges could be.
That's a wonderful answer. And I sure hope to see you at ITC Asia next year as well, so you can talk more about it. But yeah, thank you so much. That was wonderful to hear more about yourself, about the awards, about Kshema General Insurance. And thank you so much for joining us at ITC Asia, for participating in the awards. And that was a massive pleasure for us.